Shalom, shalom. All right. Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops at Great Millstone for teaching me this truth. It's your brother Rabbi Knapp coming out with a lesson Lord's will certifying. Okay, as you can see, on the West Coast, Esau's running amok. What's he doing? People are fighting up against, supposedly, okay? You got to watch out for these things, man, because in my mind, Esau's orchestrating this, man, because he's a damn wizard, okay? So he'll have people in place. It's like a damn show, but some of y'all think it's actually real, and they call them, what do you call it? When people, provocateurs, okay? So they're pretty much FBI agents acting like they're in the crowd with you, but meanwhile, they're not treating them the same way they're gonna treat you who are there sincerely and, in an uproar with the people, man. So you gotta be aware of these things. Okay, appreciate it. Okay, you gotta be aware of these things, man. Okay, because you could get laid in the snare. Okay, the scriptures tell you that he's a fowler, okay? Let's go into that as a matter of fact. You got to be aware of the snare of the fowler. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 91, verse 3. It says, surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. Okay, the snare of the fowler is talking about Esau, okay? He sets traps for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to fall into it. And you've been following into the same trap over and over and over, man. So you got to be aware of these things, okay? Let's look at that word fowler, okay? Psalms 91 and 3. How you doing, brother? Come here.
You streaming right now?
Come here. Nah. I'm shooting a video.
Okay, how you doing, bro?
How you doing, brother?
Hakeem.
Hakeem?
Yes.
What's your nationality, brother?
I'm Trinidadian.
You're Trinidadian?
Yes.
You ever heard of the children of Israel? You read the Bible?
Yes.
Well, we're the Israelites, brother. Trinidadian, that's a new thing.
Mm-hmm.
According to the Bible, you go back to a tribe called Benjamin, okay? You're the West Indies.
Yes.
See, a lot of us, because of our oppressor, we're calling ourselves Trinidadian, Jamaican, and all these things. But we're the Israelites according to the Bible.
Of course.
And you from the tribe of Benjamin, brother.
Okay.
And our natural language is Hebrew.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but we lost that. Now you speak Patois or something like that?
Yeah,
but that's a derivative of English.
Yeah.
But we're the original people, brother.
Understood?
The law, statutes, and commandments were given to us on Mount Sinai through Moses.
Yeah, the original 144,000.
That's right, brother. That's right.
It's
So you
tribes.
yeah. That's all I'm doing. I'm just reading the Bible. For some people don't know that.
Yeah.
Some people don't know that, but as long as you know that, man,
That's the first 144,000 to disappear. That's the first sign of the coming of Jesus.
Well, that's the elect.
That's what they say.
Well, according to Revelation, the 7th chapter, those are 12,000 from each tribe are the elect men of Israel who the Lord's coming to save.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course. That's the elect.
Yeah, that's the elect.
Yeah.
So that's good, brother Hakeem. So, that's it, brother. That's all I'm doing, man. Recording the video. You see what's going on in LA, though?
Yes.
A lot of crazy shit.
Yes, it is.
But see, a lot of these Latinos, they're Israelites too.
Yes.
See, we're from the Southern Kingdom. They're from the Northern Kingdom.
Yeah.
And we're being oppressed together right now.
It always has been like that.
But a lot of people think the whole world, the Lord don't know who the children, we're the hidden tribes.
Right.
We're those people.
Right.
But we don't know that we're those people. You know what I'm saying?
Because we got kidnapped of our own culture and our own religion.
Right, you're right. And did you know that was all prophesied to happen in the Bible?
Of course, just like how King David. That's how how whoever took over their village, they adapted their ways just so they could be okay adapt their language, the way they dress, so they can at least survive. And then, so when it was time for them to revolt, they did. You know what I'm saying? But they had to act. They had to be like
those whatever lands they were in.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now we got to return. We've been through a lot of lands.
All of them.
Exactly. and according to Deuteronomy, when you read Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, in the 64th verse, the Lord tells us, I'm going to scatter you. If you keep these commandments, I'm going to bless you. And just like you mentioned, King David won all of his battles.
He did.
King Solomon was able to that was our kingdom.
Yeah.
But we fell away. We got split into two, Jeroboam and Rehoboam.
Okay.
And the things that we're seeing in LA, it's just a manifestation that we're those people, and that this devil still hates those people. He just did a 12 country ban on Haiti, on these Latino countries, but these are black, and this is the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom, and they're still being oppressed together. This is what the Bible's talking about. So these things that are happening are supposed to wake us up to who we are according to the Bible. But not all of us are going to hear the words. We got to know these prophecies, because the Lord said He's going to destroy Babylon. This is Babylon. This is Babylon.
This earth is Babylon.
Well, the earth is, but according to the Bible, it's just mystery Babylon. But listen to this. All the wickedness is being perpetuated from somewhere.
Yeah.
It's coming from here.
Right.
This is the root of the problem.
Right.
He wants to turn the whole world into Babylon.
Right.
But the Lord ain't going to have him do it.
No.
Just like the Tower of Babel, where people came together and the Lord destroyed that.
Right.
The Lord ain't for Babylon.
No.
No, he ain't for it, man.
All right, I'm in a program.
I came, thank you, brother.
I'm in a program, and I'm actually cleaning sober today.
Hey, that's beautiful.
So I gotta go. I got a program. I'm on my way to the Indian at the YMCA.
Hey, that's beautiful, brother. I'm glad you stopped, brother. Appreciate it, man. He walked away. Esau left him. But so some of our brothers, I'm glad he stopped, but it's you know how Jake is, man. I didn't really know if he was going for it, but this is a time we in, man. Because this word is only for the elect, so we don't want to be casting our pearls over the swine, man. Not to say that brother isn't, but if you know about the 12 tribes of Israel, man, but he dealing with whatever he dealing with. May the Lord, take those demons off of him, man. But it's all, we only pray for the elect, man. And we hope if you are part of the elect, the Lord gonna get you out of everything, man. Okay, you can be dealing with drugs, you can be dealing with whatever you're dealing with, man. The Lord can take you up out of there. But it's important that, in your path to recovery, man, you stumble across. This is the healing ointment. This is where you need to be healed, man. Okay. As a matter of fact, let me grab that. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, verse 19. Woe is me, for my hurt, my wound is grievous. But I said, truly, this is a grief, and I must bear it. Yeah, we got to bear it, man. We got to bear everything that the Lord has put upon us in this captivity, because we deserve it. When you read the book of Micah, chapter 7 and verse 9, it tells you got to bear the indignation of the Lord. So whatever your lot is, man, you got to bear it, man. You just have to. We all got something that we're being afflicted with. He's going through what he got to go through. Hopefully he get his mind right and get back on the right path, man. Trying to be righteous again, man, for the Lord. Because ultimately, all these things are demons, man. These are demons, man. That's what it is. It's all demonic. Okay? Let's go to the book of Micah. I'm skipping right over it multiple times, man. It's the book of Micah, chapter 7. And I hope that, I can get better with speaking to brothers, man. Micah chapter 7, verse 9, I will bear the indignation of the Lord, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, because I have sinned against him, until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. Yeah, he will bring us forth to the light, man. We need this word, man. Okay? But we got to bear the indignation of the Lord, man, because we sin. And everybody in Israel sins, so nobody's more righteous than thou, man. I'm a sinner. You know, I need to be saved too. But I'm striving. I'm actually fighting. I ain't beating up the air anymore, man. Now I'm keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, but I still fall short. Okay? And we know, according to Isaiah 64:6, that our righteousness is as filthy rags. Okay? But charity is gets rid of a multitude of sins, something like that. So this is the best thing that you could be doing, man. Helping your brother out while he's in this low state in Babylon, the same way as being forgiven for a multitude of your own sins. So you're killing two birds with one stone. That's how the Lord's working. Okay, so hey, why not? You know, he stopped, squinching his eyes, looking at the sign. You know, that's all part of having a sign. Apostle Zahar and the elders keep telling you, bring that sign out, man, when you go out and prophesy. This is the book of Isaiah 64, verse 6. But we are all as an unclean thing, and all our righteousness are as filthy rags. And we all do fade as a leaf, and our iniquities, like the wind, have taken us away. Yeah, like the wind has taken us away from the Lord, man. Just like these different doctrines, all of these things, man. Okay, you got to come up out of that, man. Wake up, man, because we in the last days. So why not push to keep the laws, man? Breaking the laws, look how far it brought us down. So don't you think keeping them or striving for righteousness will have a benefit to it in this perverse world, man? You don't see what's going on in the world? If you ain't dealing with this shit, you got to deal with, you know, there's a lot out here, man, that can take you away from the Lord, man. Psalms 90 in verse 5. Thou carriest them away as with a flood. They are as asleep. In the morning they are like grass which groweth up. There's, you know, they taketh them away as with the flood, man. Okay, and ultimately that flood going into Esau, man, that's the flood that you need to be worried about, man. But also that flood comes in a multitude of lies and deceit, man. That shit can take you away, man. Okay, we need the Lord. He's that rock that you can stand upon, that when the flood comes, it don't take you away. Okay? Matter of fact, let's go get that. Let's go get that. All right. Actually, I had a couple precepts. Let me go to another path. I think it's in the New Testament. It's is it 14? Might be Luke. It's the book of Luke, chapter 6, in verse 48. I saw 47. It said, whosoever cometh to me and heareth my sayings and doeth them, I will show you to whom he is like. He is like a man which built a house and dig deep and laid the foundation on a rock. And when the flood arose, the stream beat vehemently upon that house and could not shake it, for it was founded upon a rock. Okay, now the flood can come in a multitude of things, man. These different doctrines, the different tribulations, the afflictions. Okay, but it's not going to knock you off from believing in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, because if you don't believe in the truth, man, you're subject to go in the wrong direction, man. And there's only one way, which is the straight gate, in order to get to the destination, which is on those chariots. You got to take the straight gate. And a lot of our people are not willing to put in the work, are not willing to change, man. They want to remain in the congregation of the dead. Okay, this word, they want to stay away from the light, ultimately because they don't want their deeds to be reproved. Okay, they want to continue to do drugs and commit adultery and commit sin. Okay, so we tell you that this word is only for the elect of Israel anyway. Luke 6, in verse number 49, but he that heareth and doeth not is like a man without a foundation, built a house upon the earth, against which the stream did beat vehemently, and immediately it fell, and the ruin of that house was great. Yeah, you don't follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, then you're gonna be subject to all this destruction. You're gonna be subject to ICE agents raiding your house. You're gonna be subject to be getting put to death, getting shipped to Guantanamo Bay, El Salvador, all of these things for not keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, because you want to remain in the congregation of the dead. Okay? That's that flood. You ain't gonna make it. You're gonna fall. Jeremiah 30:12, for thus saith the Lord Yahweh, thy bruise is incurable and thy wound is grievous. Okay? Yeah, the bruise is incurable, man. Okay? And it's ultimately, you backslided so much that you can't even receive your healing. Okay? So it's only judgment that you need. Only way you're gonna be changed is you get this judgment and you come up into the kingdom and you realize you're gonna have your head down. Nahum chapter 3 verse 19. There is no healing of thy bruise, thy wound is grievous. All that hear the bruit of thee shall clap their hands over thee, for upon whom have not thy wickedness passed continually. Okay? And that's talking about Nineveh, but you know, it's the same thing, man. Same type of bruise, man. Okay? You fighting up against the Lord, man. It's up to him if you win a battle. It's up to him if you're gonna be healed or not. If you're gonna come into this truth or not. Okay? Back in Psalms 124:7, our soul is escaped as a bird out of the snare of fowlers. The snare is broken and we are escaped. Yeah, you got to escape it, man. That's why we tell you, that's why the Lord, he's trying to get you up out of there with having his servants, the prophets, coming out on these highways and hedges to wake you up. Telling you the truth, bringing you back to your nationality. Isaiah 62, in verse 1, for Zion's sake will I not hold my peace, and for Jerusalem's sake I will not rest, until the righteousness thereof go forth as brightness, and the salvation thereof as a lamp that burneth. And the Gentiles shall see thy righteousness, and all kings thy glory, and thou shalt be called by a new name, which the mouth of the Lord shall name. Thou shalt also be a crown of glory in the hand of the Lord, and a royal diadem in the hand of thy God. Thou shalt no more be termed forsaken, neither shall thy land any more be termed desolate, but thou shalt be called Hephzibah, and thy land Beulah, for the Lord delighteth in thee, and thy land shall be married. For as a young man marrieth a virgin, so shall thy sons marry thee. And as the bridegroom rejoiceth over the bride, so shall thy God rejoice over thee. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace, day nor night. Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence, and give him no rest till he establish, until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. Exactly, man. Give him no rest until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. When you see Jerusalem, there's a people before it's a place, and it's talking about you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. But you don't want to come back to your nationality, man. Hosea 9:8, the watchman of Ephraim was with my power, but the prophet is a snare of a fowler in all his ways, in hatred in the house of his God. Yeah, and he set up these different doctrines, man, these different people who be within the nation of Israel, they're leading you astray. These are all snares of Esau the fowler. He's setting up these traps, man. Okay, going back to the agent provocateurs. One of them, just like you know, brothers was said in that video, the brother in London, man, he said he even called the police, man. They didn't even come. Okay? They didn't even come. You know, and you know, I know a lot of brothers gonna talk shit about that. But hey, man, you wouldn't even know. That's a good sign that somebody did that, because to show you they ain't gonna help you, man. They ain't gonna help you. Okay? And they're watching you. And what's his name? Vocab Malone, you gotta watch out. He gonna be popping up on camps in white vans like a damn pedo, man. And white trucks, white pickup trucks, I think he said. I was just talking to somebody yesterday. He was telling me, he was looking at some van, and the shit was creepy as shit. And he said, it was a white dude. He told me, he was like, honestly, when I was growing up, he's like, we used to say that anyone driving a white van or something white like that was a damn pedo. So, yeah, hey, man, it should fit where it fits, man. Driving around in tinted white vans, watch out for that type of shit, man. I saw a crazy ass van, and it was a story about, it was a Mexican dude, by the way. But guess what? What was he doing? Snatching up women. If you a pedo, that's the worst. But you know, a rapist ain't too far away from a damn pedo, man. He willing to take what's not his, just like a damn pedo, man. You gotta watch out for these things, man. Cause that's Esau ultimately, man. He's a sneaky snake, man. Okay, he wants to watch you. He got your government name. Cause he's working with them boys, man. No alphabet boys, man. You gotta watch out for these things, man. You know, counted the cost. Of course, they got everybody, man. I got a bunch of different agents coming out here, man. I see a bunch of fucking weird shit, man. That's what they do. They send agents, they come talk, act like, oh, I want to know about the Bible. And ultimately, you know, how I look at it is the Lord is showing us how to discern, okay, who is who. Okay? A lot of these people are set up, man. You don't think they'll take a bag to watch you, man? People will do that. They don't fucking give a fuck. Look at the times that you living in. More so, I remember there was they were saying they'll give people like $700 if they reported somebody that was an illegal immigrant. That's the same thing they're gonna do with you, so-called with us, with the brothers on these highways and hedges. Have you seen this man? Just like the dude who left, who escaped out of the prison. He's running around. He got tattoos off. I forgot the brother's name, man. But he was trying to say that it's all fake, man. He was trying to expose something. Okay, he's trying to say, look at, man, they, you know, I forgot what he was basically saying, but he was one of the dudes. There was a big prison break. I forgot where prison it was, but they caught everybody except for a couple of people. And one of them that they went to go catch, he wasn't at the location they searched, but he was doing a video in there saying how they trying to give him life for some shit he didn't do. And he was saying, and he was trying to show some paperwork showing you, look at the person that they claiming I did this to, they're trying to do some shit to her, and, you know, showing you this system's flawed, man. This system's flawed, and Esau loves it that way, man. This is why this devil gotta go. He's that unrighteous judge. Okay? A lot of our people, they don't consider the fact why they're in the state that they're in. Matter of fact, let's go to Jeremiah 50. It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. Yeah, Judah and Israel, man. The northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. Okay? You can see the laws that are being passed. You see how who are they oppressing? And who are they calling criminals, thugs, and all this shit, man? It's talking about you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And some of y'all are criminals and thugs. But the biggest thug is the so-called white man. And every time a so-called white man do something, he has nothing to say about it. Oh, he had a bad day. Oh, he didn't take his medication. Okay, why do you think he talks that type of way? That's called rhetoric. He talks like that because he's a fucking devil. He's a fork-tongued devil. Okay, that's what they are. These are the Edomites, man. The Edomites in the Bible. This is their nature. Okay, this is what the Lord's been trying to tell us. But you refuse. You want to cling on to your oppressor. Okay. And it's not time. This ain't the time to be like that, man. Okay. Let's see. I can't even think of the precept when he said Jeremiah 30:17, for I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, saith the Lord Yahweh, because they call thee an outcast, saying, this is Zion, whom no man seeketh after. Thus saith the Lord, behold, I will bring again the captivity of Jacob's tents, and have mercy on his dwelling places, and the city shall be builded upon her own heap, and the palace shall remain after the manner thereof. And so he's gonna still deal with Israel, man. And he's gonna heal us. He's already healing us with this word. That's why he got his prophets on these highways and hedges. Okay? As a matter of fact, let's go to Zechariah, man. Because that's what's really going on. There's a precept in Job 2 I'm thinking about. I couldn't really think of it, but it's the same thing, man. You keep fucking with these nations, then Esau, it's not gonna work in your favor, man. As a matter of fact, I think it's Job, the 18th chapter. Job, chapter 18. You know what? It might not be 18. It might be 20 or something. get this in Job. It says the wicked. Wicked. It might be 18, but I can't. Because that's what's gonna happen, man. Yeah, Job 20, 22. Okay. It's the book of Job 20. I'm gonna start down or up in verse 18. Job 20 and 18. That which he labored for shall he restore, and shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein. Yeah, he stole a lot of shit, man. He stole a lot of shit, and that's gonna be the restitution of it all, man. Okay, but how can he pay for all the bloodshed? You know, you ask Esau this question, man, he'll skip around it. It's the book of Numbers 35 and 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. So that blood needs to be shed. Okay? And that's justice. Job 20 and 20, Job 20 and verse 19, because he have oppressed and have forsaken the poor, because he have violently taken away a house which he builded not, surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired. Yeah, he's not going to save of that which he desired, man. You're not going to be able to save all the shit that he stole, man. The Lord's going to make sure that restitution is paid back. Okay? Even with the blood. Never mind the goods of the world, the gold, and all the resources of the world, man. He's gonna take all that away from this devil in his NWO ain't gonna work. Job chapter 20 and verse 20. Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired. There shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his goods. In the fullest of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. Yeah, that wicked, the laborers, man. Every hand of the wicked is going to come upon him. So the same people that he's oppressing, he's going up against, those are the same people that the Lord's going to use to come up upon him, man. Okay? The laborers, man. No one labors more than Issachar, man. Okay? That's what he's known to do, which is you so-called Mexicans. Okay? Y'all from the tribe of Issachar. So look at Genesis chapter 49. And 14. Issachar is a strong ass, couching down between two burdens. And he saw that rest was good, and the land that it was pleasant, and bowed his shoulder to bear, and became a servant unto tribute. So, you know, talking about the land between two burdens. Mexico's in between America and South America, man. Okay, and both are talking shit about the Mexicans, man. But they're all brothers. We're dealing with the curses. Okay, that's Issachar, man. And that's I mean, multiple, you know, Zebulon, which is going back to Guatemala to Panama. You know, they're being deported. I've seen a Dominican man get deported. Haiti. Okay. These are the nations that he's coming up against.
Oh, there you go, Shaq.
How you doing, brother? Yeah, you too, man. You too. You know, so, you know, that's just what it is, man. Job 20 and 23, when he is about to fill his belly, God shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. Yeah, so when he starts to fill up his belly with you're the prey, man. Okay? When he starts getting you to take his MOTB, that's him filling up his belly, man. Okay? He said when he's about to fill his belly, the Most High God shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, man. And that's those thermonuclear missiles. And Yahweh Shah returning. He's going to have to hide in a bunker somewhere, man, trying to escape the wrath of the land. He's going to hope that the rocks fall upon him, man. It's like it says in Amos. And because why? Because he's the devil. Yesterday I was watching a bunch of videos, brothers going into the history, man. exposing this devil, man. So you've been searched out, Esau. There's really nowhere you can go. Okay? All you can do is fulfill the Lord's will on the left-hand side. And all we can do is prophesy the downfall as you make your steps, so we can wake up the elect of Israel, man. Because that's all that matters. Everyone else, man, if you ain't the elect, you ain't gonna wake up. Okay, so ultimately the Lord needed to just put you to death. Amos 9:1, I saw the Lord standing upon the altar, and he said, smite the lintel of the door, that the posts may shake, and cut them in the head, all of them. And I will slay the last of them with the sword. He that fleeth for them shall not flee away, and he that escapeth of them shall not be delivered. Though they dig into hell, thence shall my hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down. And though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, I will search and take them out thence. And though they be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea, thence will I command the serpent, and he shall bite them. And though they go into captivity before their enemies, thence will I command the sword, and it shall slay them, and I will set my eyes upon them for evil and not for good. Now let's talk about Israel, but you're going to be hiding in Carmel. You're going to be hiding and digging into hell. Okay, that's talking about the elites of this country trying to escape the judgment from the Lord. The Lord got a judgment with the Illuminati, you want to call them? Okay, with the elites of this country, the elites of the world. He got smoke with you, and he gonna burn you, man. Okay, and that's what we're hoping for. That's our hope. That's our faith. Okay, so we can put you into slavery for what you did, man. Hardcore bondage slavery. Your kids are going to be going into slavery for the things that they did to the nation of Israel. Thus saith the Lord. Okay, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 149:1. Praise ye the Lord, sing unto the Lord a new song, and his praise in the congregation of saints. Let Israel rejoice in him that made him. Let the children of Zion be joyful in their king. Let them praise his name in the dance. Let them sing praises unto him with the timbrel and harp. For the Lord taketh pleasure in his people. He will beautify the meek with salvation. Okay, now that's talking about the Israelites, man. The saints are the Israelites, man. Those who made a covenant with me by sacrifice. And he said he's going to beautify them with salvation. Okay? When you read the book of Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, they said they were amazed at the strange salvation. Let me grab that. They were amazed at it. It's going to be an amazing thing. Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for. Yeah, they're so far beyond all that they look for. Okay, the strangeness of their salvation, talking about these chariots that the Lord's gonna deliver his elect. Okay, he's gonna give them the victory. He's gonna beam them up. Okay, but everybody's not the elect. What's the purpose of being predestinated if everybody's predestinated? So that's an unbalanced doctrine. How you doing, man? How you doing? You know? So if it's unbalanced, that's an abomination to the Lord. No, he has an elect, he has a precious, and he has the non-elect, okay? Which is the majority of the people that you see on your day-to-day. The Lord's not dealing with them, man. Psalms 149:5, let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of God be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand. And that's talking about in the kingdom. Okay? That's the two-edged sword in your hand, man. That's literal. All right? To execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people. Yeah, these different heathen, they have to pay. They have to they're going to be working for Yasharallah, which is the prince of the power. They're going to know that the Lord's dealing with Israel in the last days and in the kingdom, more importantly. Okay? To bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. Yeah, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. That's handcuffs. That's shackles. Okay, to bind their kings. Okay? They're going in captivity. That's with binding their kings with chains. Okay, Psalms 149 in verse 9, to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints. Praise ye the Lord. Yeah, praise ye the Lord, man. His honor have all his saints. This is what we're hoping for. Okay? And it's gonna play out the way it's gonna play out. The Lord has his plan. He has this devil doing exactly what he's doing for a reason. Now it's not for us to be in the midst of all of that, man. We need to be moving wise and circumspect. Okay, going to Ephesians the 5th chapter. We're supposed to be moving with wisdom in these last days, man, so we don't get caught up in the snare. The Lord's showing us the light. Hey, that's a snare, man. Don't go over to these protests. And they're running around with cameras, viewing the whole thing. I was watching this lady. She got over 1,000 views, man. A random thought box just at the joint, just videotaping. It got thousands of views, thousands of likes. Okay, because folly is set in great dignity. Now, is that folly? There's a bunch of Mexicans hollering, deciphering who is who, man. And then the police are running around. There's mad noise. What do you think's gonna happen when the Lord returns, man? How loud do you think it's gonna be? And that goes to show you, Elder Manat Zakba did a beautiful video showing you how people are gonna be reacting in these last days, man. Shit's gonna be blowing up behind them. They're gonna be on camera showing it. You don't wanna be in that mindset, man. That's the mindset Esau got these people. They're fully enchanted, man. They're probably gonna be having digital currencies by then, man. So they're gonna be getting coins. People are gonna be paying them for the content. Foolishness, man. Isaiah chapter 2, in verse 10, enter into the rock and hide thee in the dust for fear of the Lord and for the glory of his majesty. The lofty looks of man shall be humbled, and the haughtiness of men shall be bowed down. And the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day. Yeah, when the Lord returns, man, he's the only one that's going to be exalted. All eyes are going to be on him. Every camera's going to see him. Okay? You read the book of 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter. Ezra told you he couldn't even see the end of this chariot that he's coming in. Okay? And you're going to be having your phone. Everyone in the world is going to see him. Okay? Isaiah 2:12, for the day of the Lord of hosts shall be upon everyone that is proud and lofty, and upon everyone that is lifted up, and he shall be brought low, and upon the cedars of Lebanon that are high and lifted up, and upon all the oaks of Bashan, and upon all the high mountains, and upon all the hills that are lifted up, and upon every tower, and upon every fenced wall, and upon all the ships of Tarshish, and upon all pleasant pictures. And the loftiness of man shall be bowed down, and the haughtiness of men shall be made low. And the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day, and the idols he shall utterly abolish. Yeah, they're going to be abolished, man, because you're going to see the real power coming in the clouds, man. You're going to be trusting in no other God, no Allah, nothing else, man. Nothing else. You're going to know that ain't Buddha, okay? And some of y'all might still, and guess what? He might hit you with a laser beam for your blasphemy, man. Okay, because the Quran ain't talking about that beautiful day, man, that dreadful day. How is the Quran preparing you for that day? You over there kissing a rock. You don't think right now you kissing the rock, man, all the way up to June 9th, and we're gonna see what's gonna happen then, man. Okay. As a matter of fact, let's grab that in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. Deuteronomy 28, verse 64, and the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from the end of the earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. Exactly, even wood and stone, man. Christianity, Islam, man. That's what that's talking about. Okay? Catholicism. The two most major religions down here on the earth. That's what you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans worship. That's why when I just spoke to that young man who said he was from Trinidad, what did he say his name was? Hakeem. Where did you become, where did you get that name from? Okay. You know, if you dug a little deeper, he'd probably tell you that he's Muslim. So you probably don't even believe in what's being said here. Okay, this is why we don't try to cast our pearls on the swine. But hey, I could be judging the book the wrong way. But he knows what's going on in the world. He heard about the Israelites. I mean, the Israelites are written in his book. Okay. And I think when you read Surah, something like that, it talks about you're supposed to follow what's written in this Bible. But do they do that? No, they don't. So you're going to get the judgments. You're going to die the death of the heathen. Okay. Ezekiel chapter 30. Let's see if I remember that precept. Ezekiel 30. I don't remember where it was. It's definitely not what I thought it was. Let's as a matter of fact, let's Google it. Let's Google it. Die the death of the heathen. Ezekiel. Oh, Ezekiel 28, not 30. Ezekiel chapter 28 and verse 10. Thou shalt die the deaths of the uncircumcised by the hand of strangers, for I have spoken it, saith the Lord. And you're going to die the death of the uncircumcised, man. Another way of talking about these heathens. 2/3 of you nation of Israel, because you're not circumcised in the heart, man. This word's not really dealing with you, man. So you acting like the rest of the heathen, man. So you're gonna be suffering. You're gonna be just like them, man. Okay, you're gonna be you got the mindset of a heathen. This is why, this is what the whole ministry, Paul's ministry, was about, man. Getting you out of those heathenistic customs, those ways, man. Getting you back, returning you back to the Lord Yahweh Shah HaMashiach. Okay, this is the same thing that we're doing, but did Hakeem continue to stay here? He thought he needed Esau's help in the AAA or whatever. Okay, and that's why that grievous sore, man. I mean that wound is grievous, man. Because you actually really need the word. He was right here to get healed, man. But in his mind, he thought he had to go to the so-called white man. And that same thought process is the reason why a lot of our people are going to be destroyed in these last days. And we're trying to provoke you to come up out of that mindset, man. I don't trust the so-called white man for nothing, man. He can drop dead, man. Shit, I can drop dead. Fuck him, okay? I'm not worried about Esau, man. The Lord gives you your life, man. Okay? It's a miracle every single day. That's why you got to be in the right mindset. You'll understand these things, man. All right? If he wants you to be healed, you're going to be healed. And he'll direct you to the right person to heal you. Shit, he can even make your enemy be at peace with you to heal you. Okay? But you need to rely on the Lord. You got to be seeking him. Okay? In a time where nobody else is seeking him, in a time where nobody actually cares about him, hey, that's what the time that this is the best time to be coming and serving him. Okay? Let's go to the book of Zechariah, the 9th chapter. It's the best time to be doing these things. So this devil got a short time for him to rule, then he's gonna be destroyed. Oh, I dropped Job 20. But let's go to Zechariah. It's time to go to Zechariah. Zechariah. It's the book of Zechariah, chapter 9, and verse 12. Turn ye to the stronghold, ye prisoners of hope. Even today do I declare that I will render double unto thee. When I have bent Judah for me, filled the bow with Ephraim, and raised up thy sons, O Zion. against thy sons, O Greece, and made thee as the sword of a mighty man. Exactly. He raised up thy sons, Judah and Israel, man. Against thy sons, O Greece. Who are the Greeks, man? Learn about the Greeks. That's Esau. Okay, you read about that first Maccabees, man. That's who he's raising up. He's raising up the children of Israel, man. Okay? We read that the wicked are gonna put their hands on him, so he's gonna actually let them get some of their get back. Right now, Esau's doing what he wants to do, but that's just gonna be reversed. This is the book of Genesis 49, in verse 8. Judah, thou art whom thy brethren shall praise. Thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies. Thy father's children shall bow down before thee. Yeah, and that happened with King David. It happened with Yahushua, man. Ultimately, that's what that's considering, man. King David was a preview Solomon, okay? But them bowing down to Yahushua, man, because he's from the tribe of Judah. But us having our neck upon our enemies, ultimately that's going to be with Yahushua, but it's going to play with the elect too, okay? Genesis 49 and verse 10, the scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come, and unto him shall the gathering of the people be. Yeah, unto Judah, man. We woke up Judah first. They're the ones who came out here on these highways and hedges first. Okay, ultimately Judah's the head tribe. Okay? And it's because of the Lord, man. We all know that the Lord sprang out of Judah. It's evident, man. Okay? And he raised up Judah's first to come out here and prophesy the downfall of Esau, man. Okay, because ultimately Jacob's Judah, man. And just like Amalek's the head tribe of Esau, same way Judah's the head tribe of Israel. Same thing. Genesis 49 and 9. Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down, he couched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? And that's talking about the so-called Negro man. Who's going to rise him up? He's too comfortable here in Babylon, man. Who's going to rouse up the so-called black man? He's out here doing drugs, being a damn criminal. Who's going to rouse him up? Get him back to his true nationality. Okay, who's gonna get him roused up for that? Stop taking handouts, stop couching to these damn heathen, these other nations. You're the lion, man. The lion don't want to fight the goat. The goat's the so-called white man. But he's willing to cross him up on the basketball court. He's willing to hit them hard, when they play football. He's ready, he's ready to run the bases, steal a base in baseball and beat them, in other ways. But ultimately, he needs to be put his ass into captivity and have rule over him. Who's going to rouse up Judah? And that's kind of what you're seeing. The Lord's rousing up these tribes to get them prepared for this day that's coming, man, because this is going to be all hell breaking loose. And that's on the left-hand side. He's doing it on the right-hand side, too. As you can see, brothers are doing more, learning more, studying more, getting more firm in the word, getting more built up in the word, putting off this world, being more connected to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, getting better with the scriptures, man. Okay, because this word needs to be in you, not on you in these last days, man. Okay, this is Isaiah 33 and 6, man. Tells you that wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of the times. Let me grab that. Isaiah chapter 33. In verse, I'll start at the top. Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou wast not spoiled, and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. And thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee. Yeah, they're going to deal treacherously with thee, Esau. Okay? When you shall cease to spoil. All right? O Lord, be gracious unto us. We have waited for thee. Be thou their arm every morning, our salvation also in the time of trouble. Okay, we're just talking about Jacob's trouble, man. We need to be saved out of that. But only the remnant, the elect, are going to be saved out of that time. And the noise of the tumult of the people fled. At the lifting up of thyself, the nations were scattered. Yeah, at the lifting up of thyself. When the Lord's ready, they're gonna scatter, man. Okay? And your spoil shall be gathered like the gathering of the caterpillar, as the running to and fro of locusts shall he run upon them. The Lord is exalted, for he dwelleth on high. He hath filled Zion with judgment and righteousness. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. Yeah, the fear of the knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, man. And strength of salvation, man. So that's what this is what's ultimately going to save you. Okay? This word. Yahweh Shai. Ultimately, that's the full manifestation of him saving you, putting you up on those chariots. But it starts with this word right here, man. Getting to know him. Okay, enduring until the end, like everything that's written. Zechariah 9:13. When I have bent Judah for me, which is the northern kingdom, the southern kingdom, filled the bow with Ephraim, which is a representation of the northern kingdom, and raised up thy sons, O Zion, against thy sons, O Greece, which is talking about the so-called white men. Okay, the Edomites, Idumeans, and made thee as the sword of a mighty man, and the Lord shall be seen over them. And his arrows shall go forth as the lightning. And the Lord Yahweh power shall blow the trumpet and shall go with whirlwinds of the south. Okay, that's pretty much it on it, man. Okay. Zechariah 10:5. And they shall be as mighty men which tread down their enemies in the mire of the streets in the battle. And they shall fight because the Lord is with them. And the riders on horses shall be confounded. So he's with them. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. You too. All right, brother. You have a good day. Zechariah 10:5. And they shall be as mighty men which tread down their enemies in the mire of the streets in the battle. And they shall fight because the Lord is with them. And the riders on horses shall be confounded. And that's, I don't know if that's Jake or Esau. I don't know. He be trying to pass pamphlets, man. Okay, but I ain't listening to none of that, man. You go do what you gotta do, man. Okay? And this is going back into Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter. Okay? Wisdom of Solomon 5:2. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear. They shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for. And they, repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit, shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision, in a proverb of reproach. We fools accounted his life as madness, and his end to be without honor. How is he numbered among the children of God? And his lot is among the saints. Exactly, his lot is among the saints. They're not going to understand what's going on until it's over, until the Lord destroys this place, man. They're not going to get it. And even though they've been warned. Okay? That's how the Lord works. The water Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah for giving you the power. Come out here and teach the word, man. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, man. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 18, and verse 10. It's like it. No, not Psalms 18. Proverbs. The book of Proverbs 18, and verse 10. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it, and it's safe. Yeah, exactly. They're going to be safe in that strong tower, man. That's where you want to be. You want to be in the strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and are safe, man. Okay? The Lord has it where he'll put his men in the midst of everybody, and they don't see that this is the secret place. They don't see the secret place, and it's right in front of their face. How foolish. How foolish, man. But like Isaiah 60 tells you, man, gross darkness to people. This is the book of Psalms. Chapter 91 and 1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Yeah, you would abide in the secret place of the Most High. Shall abide in the shadow of the Almighty. That's talking about this wisdom, man. When you occupied in prophecy, the Lord's protecting you. Nobody can hear you, man. It's all good. They don't hear the words of the Lord. They hear wickedness, folly. If I was up here dancing some old fucking Michael Jackson song, doing some stupid ass dance, people will sit here and clap their hands. People will sit here and listen. They'll rock to the beat if I had some music playing. But when you talk about the Lord, you might get one person that stopped by. And then he's fucking bugged out of his damn mind. Okay? Okay? Let me grab that precept. We have piped. We have piped, man. Y'all don't want to dance. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 11. In verse 15, he that have ears to hear, let him hear. But whereunto shall I liken this generation? It is like unto children sitting in the markets and calling unto their fellows, and saying, we have piped unto you, and ye have not danced. We have mourned unto you, and ye have not lamented. Exactly. It's like kids dancing and singing, man, singing a song. Okay, but you're not dancing to the tune of the beat. You're not dancing to the song that they're singing. You don't like the music that's being played. It's grievous to your ear. Just like when you hear young people, they playing their stupid ass music, that's kind of how you consider this word. Okay? It's foolishness to you. Because you're so wise and great in folliness that you can't even accept this little child. Okay? That's trying to teach you something. Okay? You mourning, you grievously sore. You got the ointment right here and you don't want to hear the words of the Lord. You don't want to fix that wound. Okay, the only thing that can heal you is this word. Okay? And they don't want to get it, man. They think Esau can heal them for all their wounds. Esau is going to kill his ass. He's going to give you some med that's going to put your ass to death. Okay? That's what Esau's here for, to kill your ass. The book of Job. Where is it? Job 10. A physician of no value. Let me think it's Job 10th chapter. And I can't find it. I'll be in the right chapter, but I can never see the precept I'm looking for, man. Let me find it. Physician of no value. Oh, it's Job 13. I'm in the complete wrong chapter. The book of Job, chapter 13. I said at the top, lo, my eye have seen all this, my ear have heard and understood it. What ye know, the same do I know also. I am not inferior unto you. Surely I would speak to the Almighty, and I desire to reason with God. But ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value. And that's Esau, man. He's a physician of no value, man. Okay? He's a physician of no value. He ain't gonna help you. There's nothing this devil can help you with except he's gonna put your ass to death and take some money out of your insurance company so he can continue to oppress you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans and other people in the world. That's what Babylon's for. Okay? As a matter of fact, I'm going to end it right here. Lord's will. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 16, verse 12. For it was neither herb nor a mollifying plaster that restored them to health, but thy word, O Lord, which healeth all things. Exactly, the Lord, the word. That's what heals all things, man. But they keep rejecting it. But I'm going to end it right there. Lord's will, that was edifying. I want to give all praise honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Shalom, Abad Babal, Kwam Yasharalo.